Hello, soccer fans, and welcome here to the George Brendler Field. It is the 1st of October, 2010. The 10 or 2009, that's right, Sam. I guess I'm a year ahead of myself here. In 2009, the Chazy Eagles, the Lady Eagles, who are undefeated this season, are taking on their rival here in the MVAC, the Willsboro Warriors. I'm Joey Trombley calling tonight's action. To my left of me is Joe Puissant, our colored guy, and if you listen long enough, you'll see what I'm talking about. On camera is Sam Castine. Brother Cowan is probably up at Northeastern, I'm thinking, doing a game up there.
Imagine.
Sam says you would imagine. And the girls, last time they played Willsboro, it was down in Willsboro. The game went into overtime. Willsboro actually scored the only goal given up by Chazy. 0.1 seconds left, and it went to overtime, and it was a beautiful goal by Sandra Olds heading into the upper corner for a 2-1 victory. And now we're here in Chazy. And Joe, you have something to say?
Yeah, you didn't mention the assist. That was from Caitlin Lapierre, the workhorse.
It came across from Caitlin Lapierre, but that was down in Willsboro. And Joe, you know, in New York, the Yankees play in the house that Ruth built. Well, in Chazy, the girls play in the house that George built, and we're talking about the George Brendler Field. So Willsboro is coming into our house tonight to take on our Eagles, and we'll see what will happen here. But I know the girls are looking forward to this game because it was a game they thought they should have won in regulation. It shouldn't have went to overtime, but it did, and they have something to prove to themselves tonight to see if they can keep it out of overtime.
Also, you know, some recent history too. These two teams played for the MVAC Section 7 championship last year for the Class D, and that came down to a 1-0 game down in PHS last year. So there's a history of one-goal games here also. You know, but it's last year I noticed that Willsboro, they defended a whole bunch. They basically conceded 2/3 of the field. And the shots on goal, it showed that too. But we're going to see what they're doing tonight. It looks like they're coming out tonight. So.
And of course tonight the Lady Eagles are playing without one of their big playmakers, Kirsten Dorn. 2 nights ago, the game was filmed here from Hometown Cable. Kirsten Dorn went down. She was down for about a half hour. There was definitely a lot of concern from the fans, the players, and the parents alike. And it's a deep bruise. It's probably I guess can say the best thing that happened with the hip. It wasn't broke or it wasn't popped out. It was a deep bruise, so she's out for about a week and a half, and that was on her birthday, so we're hoping that she got a goal on her birthday, and unfortunately she got hurt. So Chazy is, and this is it. And
beautiful chance.
Sandra Olds had a wonderful opportunity and sent it above the net. So we wish Kirsten well, and hopefully she'll be back in about a week and a half.
Well, she should be back before this is aired on Hometown Cable, I would hope.
Well, but if they post it on Plattsburgh.com,
that is true.
Anybody can see it there. Matter of fact, on the way up here, Coach Trombley wanted to get tapes of these games, and we did inform her she can go to Plattsburgh.com and watch any game she wants because they're constantly posting.
Yes, they are every day. Nice shot right there from outside from Devin Latrimore.
Nice shot, and Burrows, Stevie Burrows is there for Willsboro. And there's the punt from Burrows. Olds tried to head it. Latchimore's there, giving chase to number 9, Blanchard. Blanchard and Latchimore. Blanchard sends it up to midfield. It just gets past Courtney Blanchard. So it'll be a throw in here. It went off an eagle, so it's a throw in for Willsboro. And it's Jay Sayward with the ball. And the ball is sent up deep into Chazy territory. Giving chase is Megan Reynolds. And Reynolds has done a spectacular job for Chazy back there this year, Joe.
Especially as a freshman. She's showing a lot of poise back there for a freshman. They're a young team.
They are overall.
They're a very young team this year, and Coach Trombley is doing some good things with these young ladies, and they seem to have a lot of fun.
They enjoy being together. There's no doubt about it, and they personify what a team is all about.
Personify. That's Joey's big word of the day.
Well,
personification.
Joe, you always come through with big words, and I wanted to beat you to the punch tonight, and the opportunity arose, so I could use the word personify. Now, don't ask me what it means, but it sounded really good. I got Sam laughing on the back of me here. Joe to the left. And Trombley knocks out of bounds. But these girls generally, not only do they play together, but they do things outside the field together. You know, they hang out. The chemistry is there.
Good team chemistry.
And there's no selfishness on the team. Everybody's just giving the pass up, whoever has the better opportunity. And when you have that, it makes for a a very nice opportunity for these girls to win games, in which they've been doing this year. I think they're like 8-0 right now, or 9-0.
That's a nice record to have. But but you were speaking about the field, the George Brendler field. The field is in still nice condition for October.
Just this off to the left here, the goalie is a little muddy, but kind of expected.
It's in nice shape overall, though, the field. For natural turf, it's extremely nice.
Last weekend, the girls went down to Mayfield. It's just outside of Wells, about 2.5 hours from here. They were in the the Mayfield tournament, and they played a team called Northfield, and the Chazy girls end up winning that game 3-0, and they're going back down this weekend to play Northfield. Or actually, they lost to Northfield. They're going to play Mayfield this week in the championship game.
That's this Saturday?
This Saturday.
Okay, good. So they have not been beat yet.
They have not been beat, and after 8 games, or like I say, maybe 9 games now after the game Tuesday against Scroon Lake, they've only given up 1 goal this year.
That's pretty good.
And that's taken into account playing Saranac and Beekmantown too.
That's phenomenal. Oh, there's a shot
there's a
here.
deflection. There's a
no
offside on Lapeer. It looks like.
Bayshard was right there too. Yeah,
he was.
That was a good call.
Very good call.
She was just a step or 2 offside. But look where you're at. But these girls, this is a big game, right?
A huge game.
This is a huge game. They're playing for first place.
Playing for first, and
if Willsboro loses here, it's pretty much locked up for the Eagles for another division title. But they still have a couple more rounds. Here's a nice chance right here. Chazy's putting a lot of pressure on it. But they have to play for the MVAC overall championship.
There's a nice shot.
And then they'll have to play in the sectionals. And from what I've seen in the paper and witnessing and talking to the kids, these 2 teams right here will more than, if everything goes as planned, these 2 teams will be squaring off again for the Section 7 title.
There's no doubt. This is their chief rival this year in the MVAC. E-Town was hit hard with the graduation bug, and they've played Keene. They've beat them, fairly easily. They've beaten Scroon Lake fairly easily. So other teams other than Willsboro, they've pretty much had their own way with them.
I mean, that's a good sign. Now we're on, like you said, we're on a larger field than the Willsboro field. So hope they don't make any mistakes and just play good, simple soccer and go out and get a W.
And coming off the line is Took. So good pressure by the Warriors here coming into Chazy territory. But Took comes off the line, gets the ball, and she'll punt it toward midfield, trying to find the foot of Lapeer, but goes on the head of Reynolds. Tries to head up toward Lapeer, but a good defensive play by Serene Holland to knock it up toward midfield, picked up by Kempinen. Kempinen goes to the far side. Running over defensively is Swires, it looks like, for Willsboro. And it's either she's got a different name or I can't read Sam's writing, but I do appreciate you getting the lineup, Sam, but I don't know what that word is. What is it?
Wire with an S in front of it.
Swires, there it is. I did have it right.
Keep it simple.
So it is.
Simple. What does that personify, Joe?
There's the color we were talking about. And let the record show it took 31-27 into the first half, and Joe Poisson unleashed.
First slam, many more to come. You're an easy target, Joey.
We do have fun up here in the booth, and hopefully you're enjoying it as you're watching either on Plattsburgh.com or the local access channel. And
the last time I take and straighten up for you.
Sam was put out. He actually gave me the typed version, but the reason Sam wrote this out for me is he put it in numerical order, which a lot of coaches don't do, and I can't thank Sam enough for doing that, because it makes it a lot easier to call this game. Like number 14, Marion James with the ball, getting it up over to number 8, Hannah Bruno. So when you can look at those numbers, you can whip the names off pretty quick, Joe.
Well, Sam personifies the team player.
Yes,
he
does. Now, if you notice, Joe has talked about personify about 3 times because he can't come up with a word of his own. So he's plagiarizing off of me. Another one, Joe.
Joe, you're assiduously trying to be what you're not. That's what you're doing.
I feel like I'm watching Bill O'Reilly here at the end of the show. He takes a big word and has you figure it out. And of course, if you've listened to these telecasts before, you know Joe's a big Bill O'Reilly fan. So,
There's no veracity to that statement either.
There you go, Joe unleashed again. Victoria Reynolds trying to get a shot off, and what a deflected off number 23, Swires. She took it hard, and it goes into the hands of Burrows, and Burrows will work her way to the 18. She punts the ball short of midfield. Amanda Kempinen heads it up, trying to find her sister, Austri Kempinen, but it goes onto the foot of Bruno. Bruno has it taken away. It's Austri Kempinen working her way toward the 18. Makes a nice move. She's taken down. And Serena Holland took her down, didn't mean to. A nice sportsmanship from Serena Holland. And it will be Kempinen setting up for the restart here. And it would be a direct. And that will go by the wayside, so it will be a goal kick here for Chazy. We're now just on the first 10 minutes. It's some pretty good action, Joe.
Yeah, Chazy's getting comfortable now. They're putting, basically, Willsboro's been back in their heels. They had one soft chance to took, and she handled that easily, and Chazy's been putting a lot of pressure on Willsboro. Nothing really too strenuous, but they're gonna get more comfortable, start putting some passes together. They're a little nervous, like some nerves are showing right now, but the ladies will calm down. They usually do.
Yeah, well, like any coach will tell you, you want to get by the first 15 minutes when all the energy is high for both teams, and if you can withstand the storm. And when the Willsboro boys came into town, they were all over our boys for the first 15 minutes.
Smart play right there by Kempinen. Just
Very
play
nice.
it smart. Play the way you're facing. Just keep the ball. Good step up right there for number 23 for Willsboro. That would be Swirls?
Yep, Swires.
Swires.
So even Joe had trouble with that one after we announced it 3 times.
Handwriting is rather atrocious.
So now,
I'm gonna blame somebody. It's always somebody else's fault.
and viewers, you always know it's never Joe's fault. It's either my fault, it's Sam's fault, or Calvin's. His wife Leah tells me the same thing. So
Here's a chance at him now.
it's a trait that Joe carries on here.
It's a man trait, actually. Yes, dear.
Sam, I can only hope the viewers enjoy what we're doing up here as much as we do. It is Victoria Reynolds trying to work through the defense there. Number 12, Porter.
Over to Olds.
Yeah, Sandra Olds with the ball, pushes it back. Very smart. And it's Caitlin Lapierre back to Kempinen will get a shot off. And it goes right into the hands of Burrows. But nice pass work by the Eagles.
Good work right there by the girls. They're putting some stuff together now.
And earlier today, Joe, I don't think you were here for this game, but our modified girls beat Willsboro 5-0.
I think it was 6-0.
No, it was 5. It
5?
was 6-1 down there. It was 5-0 here.
That was a good showing by the modified ladies.
Very nice showing.
Chazy's having another successful season all the way around, it sounds like, all the boys and girls programs.
How are the JV girls doing? I haven't heard.
JV girls are doing, actually, they have a big injury to
Polomsky?
Polomsky, yes.
Really?
Eva Polomsky, yes, she might be out for the season.
What happened to her?
Her knee.
That's not good.
And it's not good, and I'll tell you what, that young lady right
she's
there,
phenomenal.
she was slated to fill a spot here very shortly on this varsity team. I've seen that young lady play since she was young, and she always had good speed and a positive attitude. And to see
She has
her,
that aggressive instinct.
oh, very much so, yeah. But she was good, very good touch, and it's kind of a shame to have possibly a season-ending injury. I talked to her today just for a second.
You did talk to her?
Yeah, just for a second today, and what a nice kid too. Very nice kid.
Yeah, I coached her at the younger levels in basketball. Very nice person.
Yeah, it's good, but she's gonna have to heal right. And
Here comes Caitlin Lapierre.
letting go of the shot.
Oh, over the net. So we have a substitution here. It's Courtney Blanchard coming back into the game. Coming off for Willsboro is Morgan Jacques.
Actually, Chazy ladies bench is rather depleted.
Very much so.
With the injury to Kirsten Doran, so they don't.
But they got Amanda Hansen back tonight. She's been
good.
out for a while.
Okay, good.
And I'm not sure about
Chelsea Gay.
She
Has a brace on for her ankle. I talked to her for a second. Of course, the kids always say it's okay, but
Right.
they always want to play. She's definitely a gamer, but you got to play it safe. They're only kids, and it's just you got to look at the future too.
Absolutely. I mean, at that age, they think it's going to come to an end.
Sure. There's a chance right here for Chazy.
There it is.
Nice
Reynolds.
Victoria.
There it is. Oh, off of Blanchard, but good recovery from Blanchard at the same time.
But you know, our main groundskeeper here is Bryan Norcross, the athletic director for Chazy. He's been doing a phenomenal job.
Oh, yeah.
I told him I'd give him a plug tonight, and here it is.
Well, he deserves that.
Yes, he does.
He's done a very nice
I'll tell you
job
what,
there.
he does a phenomenal amount of work that people don't see.
Yeah.
You know, and he keeps these teams organized, keeps a lot of things going, scheduling, buses, you know, just, he has a pretty full workload, you know, with six teams juggling it, as well as teaching, you know, he's the phys ed teacher,
Right.
keeping these fields up, and he's at it all summer, you know, keeping the fields, he and Rob McCullough are the main ones keeping this field in shape, and they're the reasons that this field is in shape that it is, because it's in beautiful condition, really, for this.
I mean, I got to believe for any team, it's got to be a treat to come to this field.
There's a handball they're not going to call.
Yeah, they didn't call it.
Yeah. A backhand ball, I guess that's not illegal now?
No, it was a backhand that wasn't in front of it.
Good shot right there
And
by
there's a
Victoria.
shot by Victoria Reynolds.
Good turn.
And Burrows is right there.
Oh, we do have Chelsea Gay possibly going in.
So Chelsea Gay is getting ready to go into the game, so she's back. So that's nice to see too. She has an ankle brace working right now. And Megan Reynolds just pushes it away. Nice play to knock it away from Renee Marcotte.
Yeah, smart.
And of course we have Coach Marcotte for the Willsboro Warriors, and he's been around, like you say, for a long
I
time.
remember him when I was in high school. I believe it was him, yeah.
Weren't you playing against him back then?
Oh, yeah. We played some sectional games against Willsboro.
Oh, Willsboro was tough back in the 70s.
Tournaments. We used to have the Chazy Willsboro tournament, soccer tournament. Coach Brendler and I believe Marcotte got together and had the tournament. Usually a Vermont team and a Canadian team would come down. Sometimes Chattagay would come down too. I remember those different years.
Matter of fact, it was in '78, the year that we had won the championship in the playoffs. We lost to Willsboro 1-0.
Yeah.
Of course, back then you didn't have the regional games. You know, you played and that was it.
That was it, yes.
Or there might have been one extra game. Oh, there's a nice play. Oh, nice defensive play by Alexis Bushy. I mean,
Yeah, Alexis,
she stepped right up because Marion James was there,
should have.
and that was good hustle.
Yeah. Lexi's been playing very well back there. She's definitely a good field general for that position, for that sweeper position.
She's really done a beautiful job back there.
Good skills, smooth.
Headed by Trombley, and it is controlled by Kempinen. And Kempinen, you know, you talk about Alexis Bushy being the field general defensively. On the midfield, this is the field general right here for Chazy, is Kempinen.
Just had to get that away a little bit quicker.
Emily, you have to work harder. You have to push it. It's coming.
Trombley has it, pushes it up now to Latchmore, cousin to cousin, Sagan and Devon.
Good balls.
Back over to Lapeer. Lapeer pushes it back over to Amanda Kempinen. And now Victoria Reynolds goes up. So good effort here by the Eagles. And Victoria tried to keep it in, but it just came out. And Clark Hurdick was there, so he saw the line. So good call by Clark Hurdick. And we have two season officials here tonight.
Yes.
Clark Hurdick and Larry Bayshard, and these guys do a wonderful job.
Yes, they do. Larry's been around for quite a few years now, and Mr. Hurdick has also.
And we joke with Larry calling him Flashbulb Bayshard.
And we tell him we're fair to him every chance we can. We slam him
We
all
are.
the time. So.
We are.
gotta
We're
like
fair,
him.
Larry.
Nice guy.
Yep.
Good guy.
Now, if anybody's watching this game for the first time, they're wondering what's Flashbulb Bayshard. Well, it was a cloudy night, and the Steve taking a picture for the yearbook. He thought it was lightning, so he stopped the game for 30 minutes. And Sam was here for that game. Sam was here for that game. So we gave Larry the title Flashbulb Bayshard, and it's in jest, and he knows that. We love him over there. He knows that. So Trombley with the throw-in. It comes into Kempinen. Kempinen fighting for that ball, but good effort by Bruno. Won by Willsboro, and Holland sends it deep into Chazy territory. Coming out is this is dangerous. Came out, but it went on. Kicked the ball out, but it went on the foot of Bruno, and it's knocked out of bounds. So throw in Trombley with a quick throw-in. Gets up to Amanda Kempinen, tried to find Chelsea Gay, who's checked in the game, just came back from an injury. So it's nice to see Chelsea Gay back into the action again. And it's Caitlin Lapeer, has it knocked away by Sayward. And there's Lapeer with the ball, and Sayward steps right up to her. And Sayward's not backing down from Lapeer. So Willsboro came to play tonight, Joe.
She's tough. They're not playing defense, that's for sure. They're moving it right up.
They are.
Trying to take it to Chazy, trying to get that goal.
And it's Kempinen.
Important.
Pushes up to Victoria Reynolds. Nice call by Kempen in the open space. Oh, Chelsea Gay called for it. It will be out of her reach, and it'll be a throw in here for the Warriors of Willsboro. We're approaching the 20-minute mark, so the first half has almost come to an end here in Chazy, or the first half of the first half, and it's no score.
So you said.
Yes, 7 shots to 0. But we got to admit, though, Joe, it is the 1st of October, and it does feel like a fall night tonight.
Yes, I got to agree with you.
And Sam, remind me, 2010. God willing, Sam will be here next year, 2010, calling these games. And boy, you know, I feel like a rose between two thorns. I got Joe to my left, and I got Sam to my right, and they're just letting me have it left and right. I'm getting combinations up here, Joe.
Deservedly so.
There it goes, that bad attitude again, Sam.
Now, who's that?
Now he's changing subject.
Who's that political pundit? That lady?
Political pundit.
Not
Ann Coulter?
Well, that's the one you remind me of. There's another one you remind me of.
There's another one?
Laura Ingraham?
Oh, Laura Ingram.
Oh,
no, Ingraham is where he used to live, Joe.
Okay,
it's Ingram.
Whatever.
Here comes Kempen in.
Good shot by Kempen.
No, you couldn't say Sean Hannity or
No.
or Bill. No, you had to-
Well, it's appropriate. That's what you personified.
Now, Sam, now Tuesday I was here and you were here, right?
Right.
Where was Joe?
We don't know.
What it comes down to is, I mean, now that he's coaching, he picks and chooses the games that he wants to go to. What do you think about that, Sam?
I think he was afraid to buy the fries the other day.
Again, another story of Joe, how cheap he is to bring out his wallet. You got to see Joe up here, folks. He is having a good time up here. You know, we've been here all year. We haven't seen him buy a fry yet.
I saw Sam pull out that sawbuck there last week to buy some fries. We shamed him into it. We felt so bad for him. We had to give it back. Tell him to donate to the hometown cable. Yeah.
So tonight, Sam, is it hometown fries tonight or Mickey fries tonight or what?
Whatever.
Oh yeah, he's open for it, Joe. Oh, it'll be a corner for the Eagles. So what Sam is hoping for, what he's basically saying but not saying, he's hoping it's a 10-minute break here.
All right, Joey, let's get it. It's not about you and Sam anymore. Let's get back to the soccer. You know, I always have to steer you back on course. Here we go again, Joey.
Okay, we got a corner.
Gee, you're worse than a drunk driver. You're all over the place.
It's Kempen in. Off the head of Amanda Kempen. And Chelsea Gay gets a shot off.
That is Chelsea Gay.
Yep.
I'll tell you what, that brace is doing pretty good things for her ankle. She's rather comfortable with it. I like that. It's a different kind of brace that she has.
Yeah, I've never really seen that before.
No, very interesting. I imagine it's not a cheap one either.
No, I'm sure it's supporting her ankle very well.
Yeah.
And you know what's hard to come back? Twist a foot or an ankle.
Yeah.
Those are right into Burrow's hands. But those are some of the toughest injuries to come back to. Because, bro, when you do twist it hurts. And
we're going to talk about that later on. I saw you on Hometown Cable the other day. There was something on your elbow, the pre-Barry Bonds padding on your elbow or something. We'll talk about it later on. Don't worry.
The pre-Barry Bonds.
Yeah,
was it a softball game?
Yes, it was. It was rather, you were gender challenged. I think I just have to make that statement. I just was like, what is this? It was really kind of, I don't know, I'm worried.
Don't tell me there's another hometown memory being played.
It was great, Tim.
Now, Joe, let me bring you back to the game. That was a short corner kick for Chazy. I got to get you off wherever you're going. You're scaring me.
Yeah.
There's a shot.
Chance.
It's a goal kick. Went off the head of Victoria Reynolds.
Burrows has been rather busy back there with 9 shots with 16 minutes, a little more than 16 minutes to go in this first half.
And Joe, this kind of reminds me down in Willsboro. Chazy was putting this kind of unrelenting pressure on these girls, and they just could not find the back of the net.
And it's not like she's making phenomenal saves. The ball is going to her.
Yeah.
She's doing the right thing. You know, she's just getting
doing what she needs to
no
do.
rebounds. You know. But Chazy girls are going to have to find the back of the net here pretty soon because this definitely plays in the hands of the Warriors. They do not want to get in a shootout with the Eagles.
It's almost like they have the defense. You know, they bend but they don't break.
Yeah. Well, it's similar to the last. This is going to be the third game in a row. The championship game for the Section 7 championship last year was a 1-0. Then it was 2-1 down in Willsboro.
Right.
So it's kind of following the same storybook that they've been having to do these two teams. But Willsboro definitely is not playing a ton of defense like I remember them in the sectional game.
They're coming out.
They're coming out. They want to get that first goal, without a doubt.
There is no doubt about it. And that is going to be a
cornfield ball.
kick. Yep. That goes into the field of dreams, the cornfield.
Young,
Joe, I look out there and I'm waiting to see the young Joe Poisson from the past just come out through that field.
Get out of here.
Yeah, shoeless Joe Poisson. Shoeless Joe Poisson. I like that one. Yeah, he was betting against his team. That's why Ronnie Tacho scored that goal.
Hey,
you let him get by you.
Oh, man. You paid me off, right?
Yeah, that's right. Here's Kempton coming up. Kempton will load up, and it goes up. Boy, that poor defensive player. And that's 23. That's Swires. She's taking a couple.
She's playing a good game, though. She's doing what she has to do.
She's got some ball ridges on her somewhere because she's been hit twice hard. 14. First half.
Willsboro has not managed a shot on goal yet.
And there's the kick, Reynolds.
Gee.
And it'll be a goal kick. Another opportunity goes by the wayside.
Restart.
And Renee could be the coach's daughter. I don't know. Just making an educated guess, Joe.
Keep going, Joey. Go ahead.
Well, doesn't it make sense?
I think it's just a guess. I don't know.
I'm going out on the. Am I going out on the limb?
The educated part, definitely.
Sam, so the question I ask you is, why do we allow them up in the booth? Kempton coming up.
Go wide.
Oh. And it pushes it up over to Latchmore. Latchmore now works her way just to the outside. Nice defensive play by Marion James. Cleared up toward midfield.
Something that the girls a little bit wider, they could stay just a touch wider. It's a big field here, and to use it judiciously, to stay wider. Sometimes they pinch in a little, and it's very easy to do if you're watching this. It's easy to do to go to gravitate towards the ball, but you've got to try to stay wide if you're like Chelsea Gator. Come out wide and get the ball. They're going to get it to you if you're wide. Plus, you have a chance. If you do kind of fumble the first touch, you do have a chance they're not right on you. Mm-hmm. Coach Spiegel taught me that. One of many things. What do you say?
Well, Joe, one thing we do know is that you do need help, and it's nice that Spiegel was there to do that.
I can admit it.
You're having a breakthrough, Joe, tonight. Half the battle's admitting the problem.
Catharsis, huh?
So what's the other 11 steps you got to go through?
Joe, remember. Do you have your helmet on?
You go, do I need one?
Yeah, I've done play-by-play before.
We're not too long, but we sure did it. Oh, we got somebody down, and we'll be back. And we're back to the action. Number 20 for Willsboro, Anna Daly. Looked like she hurt her right leg, and she had a brace on it prior to the game, so it looks like she hurt a previous injury.
Yeah, I hope it's not the same one. She's rather wrapped up in that right knee, so hopefully it's nothing too serious.
Well, we're back to the action here. It is 11 minutes and 30 seconds. There is no score here than this big MVAC matchup between Willsboro and Chazy. Chazy has dominated on the shots. They lead on that category 10-0, but it means nothing if you don't find the back of the net.
That is a fact.
So it's Victoria Reynolds with the ball working her way down the line. She's tripped up. It's play on. She has the advantage, so it's a good no call.
What a phenomenal balance that young lady has. Just good balance.
Kempton sees her sister Amanda.
That wide, if she was wide, she had
a little farther wider, yeah.
Space, Just.
And nice move by Jockwish to get by Latchmore. She pushes it back up to Marion James. James goes far sideline. Giving chase is Marcotte. And it's cleared out by Megan Reynolds. So it'll be a throw-in. Nice disruption by Megan Reynolds to stop the flow here for Willsboro. But the throw comes into Sayward. And that's Jade Sayward onto the foot of Marion James. And it will work its way on the end of the goal line. So it'll be a goal kick here for Chazy. Took will set that up and take the kick. So, Joe, other than spreading it out wide, what else can Chazy do here to try to get that ball in the back of the net? I mean, are they taking the shots too quick? Are they not working it in enough?
No, they're doing the right things as far as that goes. They've been penetrating deep in the box. They've had some chances, but it's just the way it goes sometimes. But they've been working the ball right down the middle, it seems a lot.
This game kind of reminds me last weekend when they played Northfield.
This is where she got to go. She got to just go. Because, Kempinen can get that ball to her. Kempenen's got a booming foot.
Oh, nice defensive play. The ball.
You see where Willsboro's defense is right now, as if you can picture this right now. Everybody's packed right in the middle. It's hard to go. If she's wide, she's open.
And Alexis Bushy sends it up. Giving chase is Lapierre. And Lapierre bounces off the defense. Nice play by Lapierre.
Tough, that's in.
Oh, what a play. That was all Caitlin Lapierre.
Good work by Lapierre.
What a play to get by the defense, and then she just lofted it over. She saw Burrows coming out and just lofted it over the head of Burrows.
Good work by Lapierre.
That was a nice individual effort.
Yeah, it just shows you hard work pays off. She didn't give up. She was bouncing around a little bit, kept the ball, kept her wits about her, and put it in the back of the net. That's good.
So Victoria Reynolds will get the assist.
That's quite a tandem right there with Reynolds and Lapierre. They work very well together.
They do. That was at 9:33 here left in the first half. Lapierre from Reynolds. We're back after the Caitlin Lapierre goal. Joe was giving me some business here at the as we shut the camera off.
He was being verbose again, everybody.
And for you folks that don't know what that means, please go get your Webster dictionary or go online and Google verbose. And the ball comes back in, and
nice shield right there by Lapierre.
it's Lapierre again.
Strong, fast, good sense of the field. She's been tearing up the league a lot since this is her third year. She came in as an eighth grader, like halfway through the season as an eighth grader. I think she came up, or even at the end of the season.
I was about midway through.
Yeah, was it? And then she
came in as an impact player.
Oh, big time. And she hasn't stopped. But you can see she's getting more savvy. She's bigger and faster and stronger, like most kids do, and she's really working it very well. So I've been totally impressed by her this year too. A lot of these have stepped up.
Position by position, they're strong in every position.
Yeah,
and it shows.
Even with the injuries, so you gotta like their chances this year. They got to stay away from too many.
Well, last week when they were playing, or earlier this week when they were playing Scroon Lake, Chazy wins that game 10-0, and coach, she had a lot of injuries, so she only had like 11 players. So she brought the defense up to the offense.
Sure.
Offense back on defense.
Yeah.
So, but what was impressive was how the players played well in any position they were put in.
You know why? They're soccer players. They're not just defenders.
They aren't one-dimensional.
No, they're not. They're not just midfielders. You know what? They're
very versatile.
That's what they are. That's the bottom line, and they have fun when they do that.
Yeah. Oh, they were having a blast.
Because it's like I mentioned before. You mentioned to me one time I had a game of who scored. Well, we won 2-0. Well, who's the goalkeeper and the defense who got the shutout? I mean that's just as important.
Oh, absolutely.
But everybody goes, well, who scored the goals? And granted, goal scoring is you have to have a knack for it to do it on a regular basis.
Well, but at the end of the day, Joe, you don't win a game unless you score a goal.
Very true, but everybody always focuses. But you do build for defense. Defenses do win championships.
Well, and the offense will tell you.
Without a doubt.
The offense will always praise the defense.
Yeah. But offensive players have to play defense also.
Yes, they do.
They have they have to do everything.
Like Took has a lot of shutouts this year, but she owes that to the line in front of her.
Without a doubt.
In the midfield. I mean, you got Kempinen who controls 60% of the game out there by herself.
Midfielders are playing really well.
And then you got to try to get by who you have at the Devin Latchmore, and if you get behind her, you got Alexis Bushy, and to the left you got Sagan Trombley or Megan Reynolds.
Yeah.
That's a pretty formidable defense that you have back there, which counts for one goal in 8 or 9 games. And it'll be a throw in here for the Eagles, and Sagan Trombley will take the throw in. She goes right down the line. Trombley will control, pushes it back to Bushy. Smart play. And it goes out at midfield, so quick throw in here by Morgan Jockwish. way up there, and it's controlled by Kempinen, and that's Austri Kempinen over to Sandra Olds. And there's Victoria Reynolds trying to get to the ball. It's cleared to the far side. So we're now just under 6 minutes. Chazy with a 1-0 lead by a Lapeer goal from Victoria Reynolds at 9:33 here left in the first half. So Chazy, I'm sure, would like nothing more than to get one more here before the half.
Nice move.
Very nice move. And here comes Amanda Kempinen. Kempinen pushes it across. Oh, what a pass! And what a... Now, again, remember I talked about unselfishness? Amanda Kempinen could have ripped that shot.
She could have, yeah.
She could have. She did a smart thing, kept it on the ground, and then you had Victoria Reynolds for the short goal. I mean, that is just unselfish play.
Beautiful.
And Amanda Kempinen was a freshman, I think, or maybe a sophomore.
I think she's a sophomore.
Well, I'll have to check it out here, but...
She's a sophomore.
She's a sophomore?
She is. She's a sophomore this year. That was a nice, beautiful pass. Just kept where'd that start from? No, but you know what she did.
Lapeer.
Of course, Lapeer. But you know what she did too? She kept the ball on the ground when she passed it. She had a good touch on it.
Yeah.
She didn't just drill it. Kept a nice through ball. Boom, right in front. And those are good goals. Good manufactured goals.
I mean, that's something you'd practice on, and they performed it to perfection here in this big game. So Chazy with a 2-0 lead here, and we're still in the first half. And it will be a throw-in here. It will be Hannah Bruno with the throw-in as it went into Jay Sayward. We're at midfield controlled by Kempinen. She pushes up, giving chase is Lapeer, and it will be knocked out of bounds by the Willsboro defense. So throw-in for Chazy in the far sideline. And it comes in quickly, and it's on the foot of Kempinen. She gets it up to number 14, which would be Chelsea Gay. And it clears out toward midfield, picked up by the Warriors, going on to the foot of Marion James. She sends it into Chazy territory, but Megan Reynolds is there. She's got some time. Tried to find Sandra Olds' far sideline, but just too far ahead of her, so it goes out of bounds. So throw in for the Warriors. We have 4:22 here left in the first half. Chazy with a 2-0 lead. It is the 1st of October, 2009. I got that right, Sam. And at the beautiful George Brendler Field here in Chazy. I'm Joey Trombley calling tonight's action. Color man is Joe the Fish Poisson. And on the camera is Sam Casson. Here we are. And it is, there's a shot.
Could have been possibly a handball, maybe?
No, it went off the defense, but Sandra Rose ripped the shot and went off the defense.
Nice pass right there.
Beautiful play.
Those are putting together some nice passes. Just play it smart.
She sends it up, and it goes off the foot of 22. I don't know if she can keep it in. She does. Nice play. And who do we have down? Looks like Lapeer down. And Kempinen pushes it up over to Reynolds. Reynolds.
She's tough.
Out there comes. Here comes Lapeer.
Just couldn't pull the trigger. I think she got injured on that foul, but she's walking off. She's tough.
She'll walk it off.
She is tough.
3 minutes!
And you heard Coach Trombley, 3 minutes here left in the first half. She's keeping us on board. Talking incentives to her team. Encouraging her team. As all good coaches do, encouraging her team out there. Oh, there's a nice hard shot by Kempinen into the hands of Bruno. So she'll work her way to the 18. She punts the ball up, and it goes over the head of everyone, but it is Megan Reynolds there. And she's taken down, and number 9, Courtney Blanchard. And actually, they called it on Reynolds. I thought it was taking Reynolds down, but it would be Clark Hurdick was there closer to me. So it's a good call, I guess. And the ball heads its way back into Chazy. And the Chazy defense, Megan Reynolds, back into the Willsboro end. And the ball stays in. And now it's kicked out of bounds by Willsboro. So throw in Sandra Olds with the throw in. She gets it in up over to Kempinen, Austri Kempinen, over to Latchmore. Latchmore has it knocked away, works its way into Chazy territory. Trombley's there. She'll work her way in, sends it up to Latchmore. Latchmore now goes wide over to Lapeer. Low give and go to Latchmore. Chips it back, but nobody's there, and Burrows comes off the line to pick it up. And she does a quick punt. She'll be short of midfield. Now into Chazy territory. There's 2 minutes left here to go. Alexis Bushy knocks it out of bounds here, and it'll be a throw-in for Willsboro, and it'll be Serene Holland with the throw-in, trying to find Morgan Jacquish, and it's Lapierre.
She's all over the place, Lapierre.
She is.
All over.
And Chelsea Gay was battling Court Blanchard, one by Blanchard. And it is McCampinen coming back. So right at midfield.
Good drop back by Kempen in the midfielder on the right side. Drop back when Trombley was up making a play. She dropped right back automatically.
And that's one thing, we've said this many times before when we call these games. It's amazing how Chazy players move away from the ball. They're always active. Now Bushy's having a hard time today. That's 3 straight kicks that have come out on the sidelines here, and that's very uncharacteristic for Alexis Bushy.
It's true, but none of them have led to any chances to score.
No,
but,
no.
You play it to the other side of the field. She tried to come into this short side a few times.
And they were trying, it was number 7, Jay Sayward, and giving chase was Courtney Blanchard, but the ball went easily into the hands of Catherine Took. Nice punt, almost to about midfield, trying to be controlled by Jay Sayward, and the ball was knocked up to Morgan Jacquish. Back to Sayward, deep into Chazy territory. Reynolds is there. She knocks it down, and Sam said before the game is that I think there's some halftime activities with some little mini mites, and they're coming out, so they'll be out in force, Sam. So that battery needs a little extra life here, because the parents will be a little upset if you don't get those little future players. Yeah, I mean, if this is the future of Chazy soccer right there, Sam. That's where these girls were about 7-8 years ago. And the first half will come to an end here at the George Brendler Field. Chazy leading the Warriors of Willsboro 2-0. And we're starting the second half here. And Willsboro will be going from left to right, Chazy right to left. And it is the Warriors coming out with a flourish here. I'm sure Coach Marcotte had a nice conversation with them. This is a big game.
They didn't have any shots on goal in that first half. I'd have more than a conversation, Joe.
Well, I mean, he's got to do something with them because Chazy definitely dominated that first half.
But, still 2 goals to go with 14 shots. It could have been, 4 goals. Easily.
Yep. But you got to give credit to Burrows. She stepped right up.
Yeah, but she really hasn't had to make any quote-unquote tough stops. She hasn't had to dive for anything. She's still relatively clean there, with her uniform, so she hasn't really had to make any ostentatious saves.
Well, the second half we've started here, and there's some elements coming down now in the form of rain. Of course, whenever you have elements, it kind of evens up the teams a little bit. With the slick field.
Is that one of your educated guesses?
No, that's just from experience, Joe.
Didn't you used to get wet in that bench? They didn't have covers.
Joe, matter of fact, the game that I have, and I still have the CVAC record for the best record of goals against average of 0.
I believe you.
And that game we're talking about was PHS, down at PHS, and it was a game with elements.
And right there by Trombley.
Yep, look at that. There goes Chelsea Gay right into the open space. Nice play by Trombley. Oh, nice play by Gay.
Oh, she just.
Oh.
Far push. She knows. She's kicking her.
She is, but Chelsea Gay hasn't played in a week and a half, so she's got to get her cobwebs out, if you will.
She still made a nice move down there, too.
Oh, it was a great move.
Put some pressure on them right off the bat. Willsboro going right back at it this season.
And Crystal Porter sends a kick up, and it's Lapierre. Pushes it into Reynolds, and Reynolds gets a shot off. And
see, that's where a lot of shots are right there.
Right in the middle of the net.
Right to her. She's doing a great job not allowing rebounds, huh?
Yeah. If they go a little more left to right, it might pose some trouble to her.
But she's definitely doing a good job against the Eagles, not letting them get that second shot. So.
Right. Well, Willsboro's trying to mount a passing game, but Chazy, it seems like anytime they turn around, Chazy's there. But Willsboro has definitely come out with some energy here in the second half. And quite frankly, they need to, because what they did in the first half wasn't working.
No. Not when you have 0 shots on goal in 40 minutes of soccer.
Nice play by Victoria Reynolds. They got the numbers. Oh, she tried to push it up over to Lapierre, but a good defensive play by Kylie Swires. But it now goes back onto the foot of the Chazy player over to Kempinen. Kempinen will get a long shot off, long left, so it will be a goal kick here for the Warriors. Chazy would like nothing more than to get that third goal. And
I'd like to say that Coach Trombley could empty the bench, but she doesn't have much of a bench to empty.
No,
There's a couple of players, so
unfortunately, no.
That's probably the only downside about the team this year is just a lack of players.
Well, and of course, for that, what happens there if there's many injuries?
Yeah.
Then if you don't have the depth, it's going to hurt.
It's called go down to JV and see what you can do. Pull up some kids from JV if you have to.
Well, or the kids on the bench have to step it up.
Oh, no doubt.
One or the other.
You still got to have. You need a couple subs though.
You should have that. And nice play by Burrows. Nice kick by Kempinen. And you had Victoria Reynolds rushing, and she held her ground. So nice job. And nice deflection by Marion James onto the foot of Bushy. Tried to find Trombley. Trombley tried to keep it in, tried to push it up over to Amanda Kempinen, but too far out of her reach. So it'll be a throw-in for Willsboro here on the near sideline. And it's Hannah Bruno with the throw-in. And she finds Jay Sayward, who tried to get it over to Courtney Blanchard. It's at midfield. And running up is the defensive player, Kylie Swires.
Play right there. Nice touch by
Bushy.
Phenomenal cut she has.
And nice pass by Lapierre over to Reynolds. Reynolds to the open space. But getting there first will be Porter over Lapierre. She clears it up, but Victoria Reynolds with the ball. Now trying to find Chelsea Gay, but it goes off the defense of Willsboro quickly to midfield. And it's intercepted by Trombley. Pushes up over to Latchmore. She one-times it over to Amanda Kempinen. Kempinen tried to one-time it, but it deflects off number 9, Courtney Blanchard. Latchmore goes down. Blanchard, or it's actually Bruno with the ball into Chazy territory, who sends it up over to number 19.
Smart play. Good, yeah.
Or 15. Number 15,
nice
Jacqueline.
Nice play. Good smart play.
So the Chazy defense steps up, and there's Gay. Chelsea Gay just runs up to Latchmore. And Bushy one-times it up over to Amanda Kempinen, over to Austria Kempinen. She sends it up over to Victoria Reynolds. Reynolds with the ball, trying to go through open space, far corner, giving chase. Good hustle by Sandra Oles. She gets there and she knocks it to the sideline, trying to keep it in. Nice play by Oles, just pushed it a little too far ahead of herself, and it went across the end line.
Yeah, good pass by Vicky Reynolds, trying to find it in that corner. Chazy's looking good again. They're coming out right on fire, putting pressure on the Willsboro Warriors right off the bat.
Chazy was excited for this game. Like I say, the Warriors are the only team to put a blemish on their defensive record by giving up a goal. Not so much a loss, but giving up a goal. And Victoria Reynolds trying to get a shot off. And it's cleared out. Giving chase is Kempinen.
Smart play.
Kempinen has her sister to the left. And she sends it in toward the net, and it skips into the hands of Stevie Bruno. Burrows here. Let me just see this rating. Yeah, Burrows. A little reflection from the light here. And Trombley with the ball. Just tried to find Amanda Kempinen over her head. And a quick throw in here by Hannah Bruno. And it goes off of Courtney Blanchard's foot.
I just want to make a comment, Joey. You're doing a much better job this half as far as sticking with soccer and not getting off subject and whatever else you were trying to do that first half.
Well, the reason that is, at the halftime, Sam said, keep Joe off the mic, just announce the game. So I'm just doing what the boss is telling me to do here. He said Joe was way out of control that first half. Pretend you're on the radio, paint a picture for the viewers, because Joe has really butchered the first half pretty bad.
That was abstract art you were doing, buddy.
Thank God Joe's back now. It's just he wanted to get back in the game. He almost felt like poor.
Good player.
And we're back to the action. It was number 9, Courtney Blanchard. Looks like she had a little case of asthma working down there. So
scary.
Yeah, she had her inhaler. Thank God she had that. But she looks like she's fine now. And I've said this before, Joe. I don't care who, what, or you hate to see any kid go down.
Sure. Yeah, it's terrible.
And well, now we have one down. As I said it.
Stop the clock.
And we're back, and Chelsea Gay was the Chazy player that went down, and obviously upset on the sideline. She just came back after a week and a half from that injury, and she definitely had the ankle support and felt she was ready, but I got a feeling she might have hurt the same leg or foot ankle that she had before. And there's a rip by Kempinen, and Burrows is right at her, but she stopped the rebound from Victoria Reynolds coming up onto Latchmore now. Latchmore near sideline over to Cooper. Cooper came in for the injured Chelsea Gay, and it's a ball into the box, and it's Reynolds gets a one-timer. A nice shot by Victoria Reynolds.
Tell you what,
Burrows just happened to be in the right place at the right time.
Burrows is doing a good job for the Warriors here. Just
It's
keeping
about
the ball.
time you give her credit. You said she wasn't doing that well, so it's nice to see you come through and give her some credit
Since
now.
when? Get out of here.
Well, she's not dirty, she's not this and that. Really hadn't had to move much left or right.
But she's doing a great job not allowing replays.
Now, Sam, do I speak the truth or am I spinning here? Is that the truth or am I spinning? Joe, when you're up here in the no spin zone, buddy, I call it the way I see it. Here comes Victoria Reynolds, and there's a shot. Oh, boy, we never see the net flash. You think it's a goal, but it was off to the side. No,
Only you, Joey. Only you.
No, Joe, don't have your.
You do see things your own way.
Joe, there's
That's okay.
there's no hurt feelings up here, buddy. Okay.
You see your things your own way. The no spin zone.
No spin zone. Oh, what a shot
Phenomenal shot.
by Victoria Reynolds. She had to be about 24 yards out.
Great shot.
Upper left-hand corner, and Victoria Reynolds at 31:05 finds the back of the net. She just spun and whipped it.
Rolling.
All right, it was Victoria Reynolds from about 25 yards out on a nice feed from Emily Lapierre at 31:05, and it's a 3-0 Chazy lead. So, I mean, the game's not done. We got another player down.
Holy cow.
I heard that slap from back here. She's not happy. And she's going to be getting a card. It looks like she's out there with a vengeance right now, number 22. She tried to kick somebody as we came through here. And it's number 22. It would be Serene Holland. I think she got slapped in the face. I could hear that way over here. I mean, not on purpose, but there was definitely some skin on skin, if you will. Kempinen with the steal, pushes it over. Reynolds lets another shot go, and defense, probably a smart move by the defense.
Very smart play.
By Swires. I think that would have gone to the far corner.
Well, we have 3-0. Willsboro still does not have a shot on goal, Joey, with 29 minutes left.
That is absolutely amazing. I thought they had one in the first half, but it might have just been a Chazy kicking the ball back
I
or
think it was a
something.
slow roller, actually, took. I can't really say it was a shot. I mean, shaping there. That's what's amazing is the defense. You know, the defense of Chazy's. No goals scored so far this year. It's just one goal.
One against the Willsboro.
That's
8.1 seconds.
It's phenomenal. It's great. They're doing a great job of the defense. We have Trombley, we have Latchmore doing a great job again. Latchmore again, she's very deceivingly good. She's just good. She's smooth. She just does things like this, just carries the ball, nice 1-2 touches, gets rid of it. She's not a flashy player, but she's very extremely solid. She was last year.
But what's nice about what we see with these girls, each player knows their role.
Yeah.
Not everybody's going to be an Austrie Kempen or a Victoria Reynolds out there. They know their role.
That's it. That's what it's a team.
Exactly.
Concept. Good team concept.
Kempen up over to Latchmore. There's some offsides there, or was, but coming back is Cooper.
Sinead Cooper
back.
She's a junior this year?
Senior.
She's a senior.
She's a senior.
Gee.
Yeah. I know, it's hard to believe.
It is. Yeah.
And Kempinen one times it back to Cooper. Cooper giving chase. And nice defensive play by Swires.
She has a younger sister, Jory Cooper, who's going to be a player.
She's a goalie.
She's the keeper, huh?
Yeah, for the JVs.
Wow. So she's good out too. I remember her as a young player. She's very solid, very tough. Very good player.
Over to
Smart.
Latchmore. Kempinen. It'll be a throw in here for Willsboro and substitution. So coming in is Provost. Coming in for Marcotte. And the ball hit deep into Chazy territory. Bushy heading back. Took us out of the net. That could be dangerous. And it goes off the Willsboro player, number 8, Bruno. So I don't blame Took. She wants to get a little action and get a little running.
It's probably getting cold back there. Maybe we can go get her some Mickey fries.
Yes.
Keep her busy.
Yeah. I wonder if there's a rule you can't eat during the game. And Bushy's coming over.
Good shield by Bushy.
Yeah, nice shield.
Very smart player. Smart player, good speed, good touch. And she's only a junior. So
Trombley sends it up over to Reynolds. Reynolds heels it back over to Cooper. Nice play. Reynolds to Cooper. Emily Lapierre at the front line. Lapierre giving chase. It's Lapierre. And Bruno comes off the line and quick punt. And it'll be headed by Kempinen toward midfield trying to find Latchmore. Latchmore one ties it up over to Kempinen. So it's Austri Kempinen. Deflects off the defense over to Amanda Kempinen. Reynolds over to Kempinen. And there's the first rebound that comes off of Burrows. She's done a really good job making sure there's no rebounds. And Trombley hits it up over to Latchmore. Kempinen being challenged by Provost. And Provost just misses it, and it's a throw in here for Chazy. All the way up over to Cooper. And another throw in for Chazy. Joe, I'm a little nervous. I know Sam is too. You haven't said anything for about 30 seconds, so we're a little worried up here.
hard to do that, Joey, when you're around.
But Sam, I will say this: it's nice that Joe gave us his presents tonight. You know, it's more fun up here with him.
Oh, presents. It's all you can think about. You know, presents. All about you, isn't it?
Joe, you keep saying that. It has nothing to do about me.
Always,
it's about the kids
always
out
looking
there.
for something, Joey.
It's the kids out there. And for the folks at halftime, of course, you had the little kids out there, but what you don't know is...
nice ball right here.
Oh, that is a nice ball. Can they do something with it? And it will be a throw-in. It was slow motion.
It was a long
But what people don't know is Joe was going to go dry at halftime until Sam offered to buy it. So Joe wanted not a cup of coffee, he wanted the biggest cup of coffee that money would buy.
The large.
He wanted the big slam or the big gulp, whatever it's called. So again, you know, was going to go dry until Sam pulled out that $20 bill and he was all over it.
We were trying to film you in your old spot, though, Joey, on the bench. We missed that.
I actually went down and sat there. Now I will say this: over time, things have changed because when I sat down, it was a wooden bench. That was aluminum. That had a nicer feel to it.
Yeah. You would know.
You know, and we sit here and laugh, and the viewers are watching. Well, they don't realize I was a stud in net for Northeastern back in '78.
Yeah. If Chazy gets one more goal, I'm going to bring up that old video of you softball with that big old thing on your elbow. Big pad. It was like I said, you were
What year was that? Did it say?
It was early '80s. You're playing with for your dad's sport.
Sport about?
Yeah. Playing as Barcombs in back of Champlain School in a playoff game.
Oh yeah, you know what happened there? I ripped my elbow from this is a true story. I was diving for a ball at second base. It was a base hit. I dove for the ball, got up, went out and got the relay. I threw the ball home, and I looked, and my arms ripped open. Somebody had thrown out a bottle cap, and it was in the middle of the infield. Oh, wow. And I just scraped it.
Yeah, so but Joey, that happened 2 years previous to that.
Well, Joe, I was trying to leave that part of the story out.
You were looking for some sympathy.
No, I was playing the sympatty card. There was no doubt about that.
Yes, you were.
I didn't care about the game. I was trying to date a young woman, and I was trying to play the sympathy card.
You won her heart.
Well, no, it's not the one I'm married to. I'm just kidding. I had no idea what game you're talking about. You're saying it was down at
Champlain School.
The elementary school.
Elementary school.
Against Barcombs.
Yes.
Did we win? Probably not.
Not even close.
Not even close. Boy, you know, he knows how to bring up old wounds, Sam. You know. I tried to forget about that. I still don't remember what game it was, but...
Yeah.
And so you just had to stay there and watch it, didn't you?
It was pre-Barry Bonds.
Was it at Plattsburgh.com or it was on the
actual... It was on the actual hometown.
The Access channel.
Yes. Wow. It was wonderful to see you there.
Well, this is what the fans are waiting for right now. We're now at the 22-minute mark. Oh, here comes Victoria Reynolds. I got to hold back here.
She's got him on her back.
This is going to be dangerous. And Victoria Reynolds right under the hands of Burrows, and that is a hat trick for Victoria Reynolds. She's doing that quite a bit this year.
Yes, she is.
And we're back from the Victoria Reynolds goal from Austri Kempinen, and it's a 4-0 lead. And Sam had asked me, I don't know if I said it on the air or not, you asked me what I thought the score would be tonight, and I told you 4 or 5-0.
Yeah?
So,
But you didn't say which team.
oh, so what you could say is I'm the modern day Jimmy the Greek. You remember Jimmy the Greek? Joe doesn't remember Jimmy the Greek.
Joe the Fool up here.
Don't you remember Jimmy the Greek football?
Yeah. You personify Jimmy the Greek.
Again, right.
The personification.
Well, I mean, it's still 20 minutes to go here.
Nice ball.
21 to go.
Look at Vicky hustle now, you know.
Victoria Reynolds. This is Victoria Reynolds old last year. She had an okay year, but this year, I don't know if it's her senior year and she knows it's her last year. She has really picked it up a notch this year. And I think she could.
On her worst year, she's still 10 times better than what you ever were. Come on now.
Joe, survey the field out there. There are 22 players that are better than I ever was, okay? It's not just her.
There's only 18 players better than us.
Now, Joe, there's a reason. Now, put this in perspective.
Good save.
There was a reason I was a third-string goalie, okay? All right. So, as you know, they didn't put me out playing defense, okay?
She's having another asthma attack, this young lady. It's too bad. That was a good play by Chazy, just to get the ball out of bounds. And
this poor young lady. Yeah, Courtney Blanchard.
It's terrible.
Another asthma attack.
Kid. She's tried. She's really tried.
She is, and it's frustrating.
And I think the colder the weather, the more it affects them.
Yeah, I think you might be right.
She's running out there. So. Can't imagine.
No, that's gotta be not a good feeling.
Can't imagine. When you've got good health, it's no matter what you got. If you don't have your health, you have nothing.
Boy, you can say that again, Joe. Yeah. Say it again, because you can say that again.
Joey, with your looks, it's good.
Boy, Sam, he's unleashed tonight. Unleashed.
Unrelenting, Joe.
Unrelenting, unleashed. It's unbelievable.
Off just to think of stuff.
You know what, Sam? I think you might be right. Joe needed a day to recoup. As Joe likes to say, it's the Dumb and Dumber show.
Yeah.
And I'll never forget when we were phrased that Dumb and Dumber. Somebody asked you, so who's dumber? And your quick-witted reply was, depends who's speaking.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Sam's not denying that up here. You don't see him on camera. He's shaking his head, yeah, that would be true.
We're going to have to start charging Sam for entertainment.
You don't need to stay up at 10 o'clock and watch Atlanta, Sam. You just got to tape a game.
We have reserve going in here. Emily
Keeble, number 21 for Chazy, ready to check into the game, as well as number 24, Caitlin Lapierre, and gets her hand up. Well, they count that as a shot. It's now 25 shots, and Joe, being serious, the last 5 games, Chazy has shot over shot.
You can see why. I mean, it's just Chazy's strong, and the other teams are just can't keep up to them this year. They got a nice team. They came back. People, what are they going to be like this year? Well, now you see. Seems like they're better. I don't know if I don't know what are the parameters. Are the other teams worse? I don't really think so. No, yeah, I really don't think so. I mean, these young ladies they're playing extremely well. What are they going to be like this year? And everybody always contemplates that beginning of the season, like any good fan does.
Sure.
And to allow 1 goal in 9 games now?
9 games, yeah.
That's of course we still have 18 minutes left in this one, but
yeah, they scored. Willsboro actually scored 8.1, so there's a lot of time for them to do it, and they proved they can do it at the end of the game.
Okay, but it doesn't seem like they can put a whole lot.
Trying to give you a compliment there. Amanda Hansen checked into the game. She's been out with an injury, so it's nice to see her. And Sandra is getting aggressive.
Amanda Hansen, number 9.
9. Yep, Amanda Hansen's number 9.
So that was actually, well, they've had, now, what were the close games the Lady Eagles had this year? Now, they had one with Beatmantown, 2-0.
Beatmantown and Saranac were both 2-0 games. Now the Beatmantown game, Beatmantown lost 2-0. They could have easily won 3-2.
I did see Beatmantown
Beatmantown played well.
A ton of pressure.
Yeah, they did.
Now, I don't think Beatmantown, the girls have lost this year, have they?
They won no, it was Beatmantown boys beat Northeastern last night.
Yes. I don't think the Beatmantown girls have lost. I think they beat PHS. I think they're undefeated in this season.
I think Beatmantown won a big game against Seton Catholic. Would have been 2-1.
You sure Seton didn't win that? I think Seton won that.
Did Seton win that
I think Seton's undefeated.
Seton's got those Bushy girls.
Yes.
Is it like 4 sisters or something like that?
Lindsay Bushy, 8th grader.
Yeah.
Phenomenal player. I've mentioned her in a couple of broadcasts.
She'll be a
already.
CVAC All-Star.
She's going to be better than that, I got a feeling, because that young lady can play. She's tough. Excellent skills.
Kind of reminds you of a Caitlin Lapeer.
Yeah.
Aggressive,
very, very
young,
Yeah, very tough.
has a knack for the net.
Yeah, but she can play any place. I mean, Caitlin's more specialized in the offensive unit. This Lindsay Bushy, she's solid pretty much any place.
Oh, Latchmore gets a shot
Good
off.
shot.
No, that was Kempinen. Austria Kempinen. And a putt by Burrows.
It was a good job for Kempinen, or Latchmore, excuse me, not to let that ball land. Keep the ball. Players can learn a lot from that.
Well, Coach Trombley's got to be happy with what she's seeing here tonight after going down there and going to overtime.
Oh, what a move.
Oh, what a shot. Oh,
Notice the speed of Victoria Reynolds.
unbelievable.
Quick, fast, she has it all. She's the whole package up front for the Eagles. She's the highest, I think she's the highest scorer.
Oh, she's dominating yeah, she is.
for the section so far this year.
Actually, when you looked at it, Chazy had 4 of the top 5.
Did they?
Yeah. I don't think that's just the NBA. That's everything, I think.
I believe so, yeah.
Taking the CVAC, the NBAC. But you know, when you're scoring 8-10 goals a game, I guess you're going to have some players that get some points.
And the thing is, you've seen Victoria up there for the last 4 years. You know, she's
6 years. She went in as an 8th grader. Victoria was starting. Well, I don't know if she was starting, but she was playing as an 8th grader.
okay. So that's 5 years.
8th, 9th, 10th. No. Yeah, it is 5 years. Okay.
Thanks, Joe.
Well, Joe.
Only another mistake, Joe.
Just wanted to make. I've only made 3 tonight.
That's okay, Joe. Remember that, people, when you're buying a home from Joey Trombley, Havana Realty, do the math. And that was a simple one. Even I had that one.
Okay, 5 years. 5 years.
Sam, did you get the rate change back?
I didn't get it.
You better count your change, Sam.
No, Sam, it was $5 for that coffee.
I don't know, soda, coffee, and a one burger or something.
It was that big gulp. You know what's that part? You won't see Joe drink another cup of coffee all year.
This weather keeps up. I'm switching to hot chocolate.
Well, Sandro is trying to knock the ball away here. We have 14:25 left in the game, and they have given Catherine Took 1 shot on net, or Willsboro. Catherine Took with the save, so it's 27 shots to 1. And the corner kicks favor the Eagles 5-0. So it's Kempinen. We'll send it into the box here, and she does. Ball cleared up. Trombley committing. She one time trying to find Hansen. Trombley hustling.
We have a reserve here for Chazy going in. Lauren.
Yep, Jessica Lauren.
She's going to be going in. She normally goes in on the defense.
Defensive end,
She
yeah.
goes in. She goes in for.
She's going in for Trombley.
Trombley played another strong game. They leave the general back there. Betsy Bushy, of course. Very smart play. Spread it out. Go wide.
She could have went over to Keeble.
That was smart. Get him spread out. Good.
Nice job. O's taking it to the outside. Nice job by O's. Of course, she's being chased by Jockwish. But it's Kempinen. And intercepted by Bruno. Onto the foot of Bruno to Bruno.
Looking at this point of the game, Chazy be just to avoid some injuries. You know,
But there's not many she can put out. She doesn't have to bench at night, and then you have Chelsea Gay get hurt. And then, of course, we have Kirsten Dorn with that deep bruise on her hip.
I hope she's okay.
They say give her about a week or so.
And she's a tough kid too.
Very tough. Those that doesn't showboat.
Never.
Just goes out, does her. Well, you ever see her score a goal? She reminds me of Nolan Ryan.
She
just runs back to the center.
You know, everybody else is trying to high five her. She's trying to shake them
run
off.
back. It's like, so we got work to do, guys. Get it done.
It's kind of unlike you. You know,
It's a sign of maturity. Well, I never had the chance.
Looking for accolades where they don't deserve.
I never had the chance. So Joe, you're just talking to hear yourself talk right now. I never had that opportunity. But
I've
it's
seen you
nice
play
to see.
pool.
It's pool.
It's the same kind of thing. It's you're looking for high-fiving everybody. You make one shot out of 10. You know, you're looking for the big hug.
Oh, nice. Oh, Hanson trying to get a shot off.
You make one good shot, like I said, you hug the guy.
Now, Joe, I don't know where you're coming up with this stuff, but Sam, where did we get this guy? Where did we get him?
You brought this upon yourself.
I've been nice to you all night long. Been nice to you. Now the gloves are off. We have 11:18 to go.
Did you get your gloves?
I did.
Okay, good.
Your brother-in-law and the world famous Mickey.
I haven't mentioned those yet in the broadcast.
No.
Yeah, how better?
Mickey Fries. That was I was going on a breakaway. But we're now at the segment of the show that we call Begging for Money. This has become a wide left. This has become an event on every game that we call. We call it Begging for Money. And it's because there was some speak out, and it's always nice to hear or read ignorant people write into speak out. And they were basically accusing Hometown Cable of begging for money.
Wow, maybe Calvin. I don't know.
Well, here's the thing. We do represent Hometown Cable, and the thing is that we don't look at it as begging. I don't look at it when the PBS is on the air and promote for people
They
to
get
donate.
federal money.
They not only get federal money, but what does PBS promote? Quality programming, right? What do we get any better than Hometown Cable, than Hometown Memories? And it's viewer supported and business supported. Okay? So, with that being said, Joe, if people want to send a donation, they can send it to where?
Well, you're going to send it to 1477 Ridge Road, Champlain.
12919. Or, here comes Willsboro. Or you can go to Plattsburgh.com, because these games are posted on Plattsburgh.com, and you can make a donation online.
Yeah. Click on Hometown Cable.
Click on Hometown Cable, make your donation.
These games are actually on there quicker than they are the actual Hometown Cable channel.
Yes, they are.
So.
And, if you enjoy this programming, and the only way we keep it up here is for Hometown Cable. It's viewer supported and business supported. So it is greatly appreciated. And I don't think people realize, too, Calvin's got to pay the access channel.
That pays for everything, except for us.
For us. No, we don't get anything. No, we do not
If you guys
get
don't
anything.
need enough money, you won't have to.
And there's a goal. And what a shot by Kempinen as she was sliding.
That was
She was
great.
falling down.
That was great.
And she just found the far corner. 9:23. And so I don't know who will get the assist on that. And we're back on. It's 5-0 Chazy.
Another goal by Kempinen.
Oh.
Falling down and just great shot.
That was her 29th shot on net. Trombley ready to check back into the game, as well as Cooper for Chazy.
Okay, what do we have for? We have 9 minutes
The
left.
Butternut Squash Award.
Well, we could probably start thinking of it now. We have Victoria Reynolds definitely in the running with 3 goals.
3 goals. You got
Strong game too, as well as getting the 3 goals. Played extremely strong game.
Amanda-
Caitlin Lapierre. She's in there with a couple of assists.
she's got a couple of. She's got a goal. The first goal was Caitlin Lapierre. That beautiful goal.
That could be the game winner.
But it was a game. Well, it was a game winner. There was no doubt.
So far.
You had Amanda Kempinen had 2 assists.
Played a phenomenal game in the middle, keeping in control.
Oh, Austria did, yeah.
But how about the defense? Once again, when you allow one shot
I know.
with 8 minutes and 20 seconds left in the game,
And
shots, I'll tell you what, that defensive unit is phenomenal. Led by Bushy back there, in the sweeper position. She sees the field, and Devin Latrimore.
First, like I say, Devin's your stopper.
Yes.
Alexis is your sweeper. And on the wings, you got Megan and Sagan. And with those four out there,
They're great.
it is unbelievable. Trombley with the ball.
Trombley back in the sweeper position right now.
Pushes it right up to the open spot into Cooper's foot. So, yeah, we got to pick the Butternut Squash Award, and quite frankly, I'm not leaning one way or the other. It's hard. It could go to
The defense.
It could go to the defense. It could go to Victoria. It could go to Austria.
How about we just give it to the whole team? They played great.
No, because that's way, you're going socialistic on me here, But we don't want to do that.
It's not socialistic. There's no politics involved in this.
We don't want to do that. Okay.
This is just the team is a team. They played so well together the whole game.
But we can say that every game.
But you know that. But you know you can't really. It's hard to pick out a star because they've all played so well. That's team. That's a teamwork.
I don't dispute that, but I would not give a vote for the whole team for the Butternut Squash Award.
Of course, you have to be a little bit different, which you've always been, shall we say. Wait till you guys see that on Hometown Cable, that big bulbous thing on his elbow. I'm like, I said, what is that? I see Joe, and he's flexing it. And that was the injury was 2 years previous to it.
How do we go from the Butternut Squash Award to something I wore 25 years ago?
Because it's funny.
Oh, you're killing me. You're killing me, Joe. Okay. We got to pick somebody here. As people, I hope, as people are watching this, they know Joe and I get along pretty well up here. Oh, my God. Okay, so Butternut Squash. You know what, Joe, where I'm leaning? The defense. As a body.
Yeah, you gotta. They played extremely well. The one shot that was allowed on Took was kind of
weak.
Yeah, it was.
Well, let me get Sam. Who do you think Sam would?
I'm voting for the coach.
Sam's going neutral. He's voting coach. Okay.
Hey. Usually Calvin goes for whoever supports Hometown Cable. So that would be Emily Lapierre.
Or Joey Trombley.
There you go.
Okay. But okay, so who are you picking? I'll let you call it tonight. It's your butternut. So
I tell you what, I'm giving it to the defense, led by Lexi Bushy.
Okay.
I'm gonna give it to the defense.
So the defense will win the Butternut Squash Award tonight, just for their consistent play back there. Like you say, giving up one goal.
And not just this game. This is a season.
They could have gotten every game if you went just defense.
But
I think it's nice on your part to realize we should acknowledge the defense, because
you definitely won't.
I just did.
Well, normally you don't. You always give it to whoever scored 3 or 4 goals. Which is, believe me, it's hard enough to do. Victoria Reynolds.
She played a phenomenal game. But you just embarrassed me into doing it, so I did it. Okay, I mean,
that's a first.
Sam, he got his way again. Because if we don't give Joe his way, it's going to be brutal till the next time we get together.
I'll take my butternut squashes away. I'll go home.
Joe's going to take his butternut squashes away. Okay, we have 4:43. I guess we've been silly enough here for the last. We're trying to kill time because it's 5-0, but it's the Eagles coming back up again, and defensively, Willsboro is trying to clear it out, but there's just too much offensive firepower for the Warriors to contain with tonight with the Eagles.
Yeah, they didn't want to get in the shootout with Chazy tonight. They tried to keep it.
Well, they did come out. They did come out on fire.
They come out their lines.
Being aggressive. Tonight. Yes, they did.
I saw them last year in the championship game, and they literally conceded 2/3 of the field.
Well,
the whole game.
Coach Hooper told you up here, he goes, you can't come into a game and get into a shootout with you guys.
No, it's just not going to happen.
And to Willsboro's credit, they came out to play. I mean,
they really did.
Not to go in a defensive shell. They tried to go toe-to-toe with the Eagles tonight. But there's just too much talent out here, defensively and offensively, with the Chazy team this year. And you brought up a good point. Last year, I mean, we lost some phenomenal players.
Yeah, that was a nice play by Keeble over there in the defensive end to get that ball out too. A good move. Yeah, they did, but it's just these ladies have stepped right into it, and they haven't missed a beat. It's like, how are they going to be without, the phenomenal Bridget Dahl?
Bridget Dahl, right.
And Madeline Gay.
But look who stepped up. Alexis Bushy.
Big time.
Madeline Gay, she's gone. Who steps up? Devin Latchmore.
Kempton.
Megan Ryan's gone. Who comes in? Sagan Trombley.
There you go.
So, I mean, you have players on the wing. I mean, Sandra O's came into her own this year.
Yes, she has.
Very aggressive, playing hard. You have Emily Lapierre out there who's doing a nice job for him this year.
Victoria Reynolds is tearing him up. She's just, what a player to watch. Just a fun player to watch.
This could be dangerous.
And Megan Reynolds playing well again on the defense.
Megan is just phenomenal back there. And Willsboro trying to get an offensive run going here with 2 minutes and 40 seconds to go. But I'll say, like you, Willsboro and Chazy will meet again in the playoffs.
Well, you never know, but it looks like that's the way it's going to.
I mean, barring any upsets.
Yeah, injury, sickness, these things do happen. So
yeah, they do, as we well know this year, on the boys and girls side with injuries and sickness.
Hopefully no disciplinary issues with teams, and those things do happen also. So there's a lot of parameters that go into it.
And we know that here too. And there's Victoria Reynolds. This is dangerous. And Victoria, no, that's Megan.
It is Megan Reynolds.
Megan Reynolds gets on the board.
Good for her. It's nice to Coach Trombley putting the defense up there to go and get a little glory in the paper tomorrow too.
Okay, we're back after the goal here by Megan Reynolds, and that's Victoria's sister. As Victoria Reynolds has a hat trick, Megan Reynolds has a goal. So the Reynolds sisters have made an impact tonight, as well as all the players have.
That's great. They're playing really, really well, these ladies. They haven't, the only competition they had in their division in the MVAC has been Willsboro. They were slaughtered tonight. Let's put it that way. I mean,
they were.
Willsboro was just, the Eagles came out to play tonight.
Well, I think the girls were, they take that to heart that Willsboro had scored the only goal on them, that it went to overtime. They don't feel it should have went to overtime. Chazy did dominate down in Willsboro, but they couldn't find the back of the net. And I think they were looking forward to this game.
Oh, no doubt.
And it shows with their performance.
They played extremely well tonight. It's good to see them play this well.
And it's also tonight, the Mickey Fries were flying over there tonight out of there.
Yeah, I see there's a sign over there now. It's
almost
over 1,000 pounds sold.
Oh,
not this year?
No, just this year. 1.2 tons so far.
Not tons. Pounds.
Pounds, yeah, pounds. Okay. It's going to, it's going to be a ton and 800 more pounds.
Thank you, Joey.
Joe, I did the math.
It's an educated guess.
I did the math on that one. I couldn't get from 8 to 12, but I got 1,200 to 2,000.
Good job, baby. Yeah, we're with you.
A hamburger for me today. I need a hamburger today.
Coach is down below. She says she needs a hamburger. She just got done chewing an apple. So she's going from healthy. Well, it could be prime beef over there, though.
Nothing but the finest.
Nothing but the finest. And compliments to the people inside the little snack shack.
Tim Halley, Kim Halley, anybody, all the volunteers.
Tim Ryan, Mickey Kahn doing the fries over there.
Every night.
Greg Boris. You have
Greg Boris, too.
Tonight. You have
Lisa Boris is over there.
Yeah. You have Rob Ware with his daughter there. Of course, they play for Chazy Soccer, and so you have a lot of hockey parents come in and help out too, which is nice.
Helps both organizations. Well, Joey, you can wrap it up.
Well, I will, Joe. Chazy. It is the 1st of October 2009, and Chazy, in a very dominating performance, take out their chief rival, the Willsboro Warriors, 6-0, and the girls' defense will be given the Butternut Squash Award. The shots on net were a phenomenal 34-2 in favor of Chazy. So again, a dominating performance from the Eagles. It was Willsboro who has the only goal against Chazy, and that was 8.1 seconds left in the game down in Willsboro. So Chazy was looking forward to this game, and they did not let themselves down, or the fans, or their coach down. So as Sam and Alvin like to say, that's the way it was in beautiful